Hi! We often come to York, Maine, and we stay with family that has a cottage up here.
So we decided to put a video together to show some of our favorite hotspots. We try to include some free activities, different beach options, and some of our favorite eateries in the area.
Enjoy!
So here we are driving up Mount Agamenticus from the lower parking area, which we will show. If you enjoy cycling, going up can be a pretty tough, steep ride up, but the ride down is definitely worth the effort. And you can see on the sides of the road there are different trailheads and some parking areas, so just keep your eyes open for hikers who might be crossing the road at the time.
So we just made it to the top of Mount
Agamenticus.
We did not hike today, kinda because we're going out to dinner after this, mixed with my knees still hurting from the Appalachian Trail, so we didn't want to hike up. But I think it's a 1.5 mile hike up. We'll show you all the views up here. It's gorgeous, it's peaceful, it's quiet.
You can see into New Hampshire. I think that's Mount Washington just behind us back there, but we'll get a little bit closer in a second.
So this is facing south on the mountain, which we were just looking at a picture that describes everything. Right down there is Cape Medic, which we will be showing you videos of.
How about down there?
So we're at the stand down tower. Greg has assured me that it's maybe Mount Washington over there, but he's gonna go confirm at some point.
That is correct.
If we're going to hike, you would park here, which is right at the entrance of the road you would use to drive up. Here's the trailhead and a few clips of what the trails look like. This is a view of the Wiggly Bridge from where you would park. You have to walk across this area before getting to the actual bridge. On the other side of the bridge, though, there are a few different walking paths.
So I just crossed the wobbly bridge. It wasn't too wobbly, but you can kind of feel it giving underneath you a little bit. And now I'm just hiking around the island. It takes about 15 minutes to hike around the trails here, so let's see what we can find. So I'm just off the main trail onto a secondary trail. And they have these cool little pictures every once in a while. I feel like it's almost like an art exhibit in the woods. Some have pictures and some have like little poems and sayings, so it might be a story, or I don't know, I didn't really pay too much attention at first.
Here's some footage of Nubble Lighthouse. You can't actually walk around Nubble since it's an island, but you can park at the lookout area to get some nice views and pictures. Here we are driving from the south end of Long Sands Beach. We don't actually ever go to this beach when we are visiting. It's usually super crowded, and when it's high tide, there's hardly a beach to sit on, so it's not our personal favorite. There is meter parking along the entire stretch of the beach, along with some random parking lots that you can pay to use. And as you can see by this never-ending clip, it is a long beach. Hence the name, Long Sands Beach. Further north, along that same road, we got the short sand beach. This has a great fun area, lots of frisbee and football around, not too crowded. Well, the park area isn't. For parking, there's a big meter parking lot right out front of the beach. This again is another beach we don't frequent, at least not for an actual beach day. Instead, we'll find ourselves here if it's nighttime and we're downtown for some drinks or usually ice cream.
So this is Cape Nettic Beach, which if you're gonna come to York, this is the beach to go to. Don't tell the locals. It's a nice little bay, which will show you kind of what it looks like, where to park, the bridge you can jump off of, the river you can go down. We're walking to the bridge, which is a very hot spot to jump off of. We're gonna get some footage of, I think, Greg, you jumping today?
I think I'm gonna jump today.
My knees still bother me, typically I jump, but not today.
We all go together or we go one at a time.
I'm jumping! Do you really want to jump? Do you want to?
We are kayaking down the Cape Nettic Beach River. Here's a view of it. Right out front there is parking, but you do need a permit here. So you can only get that if you actually live in Maine. But we'll show you where you can get for parking. We just left the bridge, so how far away would this be? 50 yards? 100?
No, 200 yards.
200 yards away. There is this Lobster Pound restaurant.
It opens after noon.
Oh,
After
okay.
12.
The restaurant opens, but parking is open since whatever time you come down. But you park in here. It's actually not the restaurant that does the parking. It is a campsite, which we will also show you the campground because that's where we pee if it's a really cold day and we don't feel like going in the water.
And that's where you pay to park.
But that's where you pay to park. So as you can see, it's right near the beach. If you don't feel like walking with all your stuff, there's a drop-off area right in front of the beach to drop off all your stuff. Then come back and pay to park. It's $10 to park per day. Here is the campground, which we will walk into to show you the bathrooms, but I don't think you're supposed to do this. This is just what we've learned to do coming here so many times. But they're right here. If you're coming during COVID, you have to wear a mask to go into the bathroom.
Bathrooms straight ahead right there.
So those are the bathrooms right there. Here's the parking lot.
So sometimes there's someone collecting money in the parking lot, or other times you have to go to the campground itself to pay.
Yeah, I think it depends on the busyness of it, or like time of day maybe.
Yeah, I think there's probably someone collecting.
I don't know.
It's so busy.
Yeah.
All right, so coming from the parking lot, this is how you'll approach the beach. Then you come in, you can pick a spot. So right now it's getting to high tide, so kind of slim pickings in the middle of the day. And as we mentioned, these two spaces, or 3 spaces now, are for drop off only. You have 15 minutes.
Don't let the fact that Anthony's is in a gas station deter you. Inside there's a cafe. We can get coffee, espresso, breakfast sandwiches, smoothies, acai bowls. They have an actual bakery with so many delicious treats there. And lastly, there's the pizza shop portion. The pizzas are large, their subs are fresh. Overall, it's just a great go-to place for us. And we literally get one of these soft giant cookies every time we go. When you walk into the rep, which just an FYI, they do a card later in the night right at that entrance, but you will order your food at the building on your right. The building straight ahead is the bar portion, and the large building on the left is for private events.
So we're here at Lobster in the Rep.
We just got drinks.
Yeah.
And some rum punches.
Strong, I want to say cheap drinks, but not too overpriced drinks. And this place, it's a little early right now, but they have live music starting at 6. We'll get some footage of that. They have cornhole, they have, what am I trying to say here?
Bocce.
So
They have fire pits, and the music has to end at 10 for the town ordinance for sound.
And this is the exact point in the meal we realized we didn't get any footage of our food. We ordered the pulled pork sandwich and fried haddock nuggets. Cost us $22, which is pretty cheap for dinner for 2 of us. The next place, we call it the Tiki Bar, but it's actually the deck at Dockside. We love coming here to grab a drink when it's a really nice day out. I usually get the pina colada because I just can't resist a rum runner. Hopefully you liked our video. Like and subscribe.